And Rod McNeil gets proceedings underway at Penrith Park. Gary Jack traps it with his knee and then picks it up, and he's 10 metres out before the defence gets to him. So Gary Jack will play it. Conditions very heavy, particularly in the centre of the field. There are some dry patches on the extremities, both sides. But handling is going to be very, very important. And again, both clubs have decided not to use the wet weather football. A decision that has caused a lot of surprise here, I can tell you. Well, a late hit from Alexander, but referee Mick Stone is allowing play to proceed. Now the penalty has gone to Penrith as Balmain moved up inside the 5 metres and to play the ball. Away goes Edmed. Cartwright's there to hold him with Geyer. 32 metres out from the Penrith line. Last tackle signalled for the Tigers. It's back for Neil, but the penalty's gone to Balmain.
But they should be playing with the dimple balls in the wet weather.
So Conlon's kick. Makes no mistake, good kick from Ross Conlon, and the Tigers have the early lead. It's Balmain 2, Penrith 0. Finally back for Simmons. Bradley, 12 metres from the Balmain line. Now Alexander got support too from Bradley. He's put a little kick through, but Elias was able to fall on it over the line. Now Gittins takes it inside the quarter. And again, they're losing it as Geyer put it down. Now Gary Jack, a bit of room to move too. Inside pass for Davidson. He's back to the quarter line. Again, the handling errors robbing Penrith of any scoring opportunities. Scrum so far favour Balmain 4-3, and a reversal situation in the penalties. Balmain have it on the quarter line. David Brooks, he's lost it forward. Van der Voort's picked it up for Penrith. He's got away from one. Bounced off Roach, but Roach came and held him again. They're 32 metres out from the Balmain line now, the Panthers. Away goes Cartwright. 2 points to nothing. Balmain just shading Penrith at the moment. Izzard has it. Showed the dummy. Still going, Izzard. He's got support too, and away they go. And it's a try to Penrith. And Rod McNeil came in from the fullback position to make the extra man and ran onto a beautiful pass and in to score Penrith's first try.
Yes, this is a classic bit of football. They've laboured away, more or less lulling Balmain into a sense of false security. Izzard made the gap, found McNeil, who was running perfectly into the space he'd created, and we'll see a little bit better illustrated on the State Bank replay as we watch Izzard now sway the dummy, the straighten, pulls the defence to him and unloads a perfect pass to McNeil, who's run into a giant gap there. Neil comes across in an attempt to cover it, can't do so, and that's a fine try, make no bones about it.
Now McNeil has it placed about 8 metres in from touch, and that's one of the driest spots on the field, so he might get a better kick at this. Yes, he hits it much better and makes no mistake, and the Panther fans rise again as McNeil sends Penrith to a 6-2 lead over Balmain.
And Elias has come up with another win against the feed. So statistics, a victory so far for Elias in this first half. Well, Mick Stone is calling out Peter Kelly here. I think he's got him for knees in the back against Elias.
Here he is, he's on the ground and he's got the knees fair and square in the back as far as I'm concerned.
Struck it well. He's got it again. So Balmain now coming back again. The Tigers on 4 points, Penrith 6.
Well, this is a good time to have the ball, that 5 minutes before half-time. But I think Balmain are playing fairly well. They're sticking at their guns. They've got limitations because they haven't got a long kicking game, but they're working well within those limits.
All right, Goodwin struggling to his feet. Well, the penalties are going to keep on coming. David Brooks complaining that Goodwin had hold of his jumper. An ambitious kick. Well, he struck it pretty well. The distance is not a problem. It's a great kick from McNeil. Superb. Penrith 8, Balmain 4. Goodwin, we saw on Wednesday night in the similar conditions at the Parramatta Stadium. Penrith coming up with 3 tries from kicks. Back for Simmons now. Vandervoort slips. This is exactly where Penrith wanted. The second half play inside the 22 for Balmain. Cartwright. A kicking game, we mentioned the danger men were Rizzard and Alexander laying those tries on. Simmons. Dummies for Geyer. 10 metres out. The last tackle. The option now for Alexander. Along the ground or in the air. He goes along the ground. Jack's there. Well, he's fumbled. It's a try. Gary Jack has fumbled a fairly regulation kick. And if Balmain are going to get back into this one, it really is going to need a miracle now.
Yes, the State Bank replay tells it all. The anguish of Gary Jack, the absolute dejection of the man after he fumbles this football and he's in goal area, and McNeil comes up with a try. It's an astonishing match that McNeil is having. There's the little kick through by Alexander. Jack seemed to have all the time in the world, but he'd slightly overrun it. And there was McNeil, who scored both of the tries now and kicked the goals. He scored all the points for the Panthers side and having a fine game, no doubt about that. There it is. There's the loss of the ball. There's McNeil arriving at the same time to get it.
Very disappointed, Gary Jack. Super start to the second half for the Panthers. He adds the extras. So it's Penrith even further ahead now, 14-4. Well, Jeff Gerard has gone on for Mark Geyer, who's joined Bill Anderson's sideline.
Mark, it looked like a pretty tough game from here. It was as hard as it appeared.
Oh, mate, that mud's unbelievable. You can't move out there.
Your forwards did the job on Wednesday night, and then they've backed up with another top performance.
Yeah, we're leading the way all the way, Bill. We'll take them home with our forwards too.
I'll let you get back and have a shower and get rid of some of that mud.
Thanks, Bill.
Yes, he's played very well. One of the bright forward prospects in Sydney, Mark Geyer. Now, Harlow, the boys are having words. I guess it had to come. It's been...
The 2 roommates from the 86 Kangaroo Tour.
I think Roy Simmons had a bit of a smile there, unless I missed my guess, but there's certainly... No, he's having a little bit of a bad mouth at the moment at Benny Elias. They're going at it. It's astonishing, really, the way they can forget their touring partners. There's just pushed him away.
Well, Royce and Benny still jostling each other. I think it might go against Benny somehow by his reaction. Well, yes, the penalty has gone to Penrith.
Struggling going into this match with injuries, the loss of Wayne Pearce. Steve Roach wasn't 100%. He came off at half-time. Now they've put the ball down again. Well, there's another fight broken out. Bevan and Chris Mortimer. Plenty of feeling. Chris Mortimer wants to go right on with it.
Yes, it's started to erupt into a general melee now. There's a lot of pushing and shoving going on. Only really the 2 that were involved in the fracas. 10 minutes in the sin bin for Chris Mortimer.
Well, I don't think Bevan will be far behind.
10 minutes in the sin bin for Bevan.
Well, the replay showed that if he had taken that cleanly, it looked as though it was a try for Balmain. There has been little that's gone their way today.
Sent him off.
Well, he sent him off, has he? 5 minutes in the bin.
Well, it's going to be a game of touch football if this keeps up. Well, probably we've got 11 on one side at the moment.
Neil. Sinclair will play it just on the quarter line. Back to Neil again. Blind side, he's found Parrish. Parrish is up towards the halfway mark. He's got support from Robinson. Robinson down the touchline. He's got too much space, Robinson. He's going to score a runaway try for the Tigers. They're back in at the Tigers.
And there is the pass to Robinson. There's some defence comes at him, but he was able to go into another gear, something I could never do, and get away from the opposition to score a very classy try. Just a little bit of doubt about whether he could come around 2 or 3 metres further.
As Conlon puts this wide of the post, and the Penrith fans cheer, but Balmain are only 6 points away.
Simmons, the dummy, straight ahead for Gerard. Just outside the quarter on the last tackle. Alexander. Clements. Izzard. Got the overlap. Away it goes for David Green. That's a try to Penrith. All that's wrapped it up for Penrith. They just worked away in the forwards and they gained the advantage out wide, and good quick hands.
State Bank replay. Alexander's pass out there was beautiful. Lovely stuff. Look at this pass there from Izzard onto Green, and Green hot-footed it to the line with absolutely no one getting close to him. David Jack, or rather Gary Jack, was able to dive and get reasonably close, but the hands beat them all the way. There he is. Lovely pass, a long pass, a dry weather pass really onto Green from Izzard. There's Gary Jack with a despairing dive, trying to angle tap him. No way. That's a superb try, and fittingly wins the game for the Penrith side.
From the sideline, McNeil. Just wide. He struck that well. The scoreline won't change. Penrith 18, Balmain 8. Crowd calling the pass forward. Elias, short line for Neil. There's no more support down there. He has to switch play for Conlon. Bevan looking for a runner. He finds Maguire. 5 metres out now, the Tigers. Last tackle, that's it. It's all over. A good win to Penrith. They had to back up after the Panasonic Cup Wednesday night. Strong all-round performance by the Panthers.